What the fuck?
It's insane.
Does it even
I don't know
need
what
that
they're
many
doing.
episodes? I mean, how
No,
many
it
fucking
Well, here's
doesn't.
the thing. Here's the thing. It's either one of two things. Either we're getting new content, or for some reason, I shouldn't say for some reason, there's a good reason, but they're just they're making it like an hour-long special or something, which if that's the case, just save your fucking nen and make a full-blown movie. You don't have to fucking whatever. I don't know. Like, it genuinely feels like they're milking the franchise at this point. And it's like, come on, dog. Come on, dog, you know? Like,
Yeah.
whatever, though. I mean, like, bro, if it's literally just, like, 12 episodes and it's the same shit, we don't get anything new, I'm actually gonna be angry. Like, actually. I don't know what the fuck. Honestly, okay, so it's the same deal right now, fellas, just to give you an insight on my life. I reset, I pressed go live on here, and we're still not, like, live. I don't know. Let me check.
Oh, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing
Is
it.
it? Are we live?
Yeah.
Is it finally
see
popping
it.
up? Okay.
Yeah. Avatar Destro. Yo, we good.
Okay. All right. Thank
Thank
God.
you, Avatar, for showing up. We
Yeah.
love
Thanks
you.
for showing up,
Thank you,
everybody.
Everyone, who keeps showing up. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Because I don't know what's happening. Like, my internet this time was fine, and then the stream just ended, and then I came back and it said, like, hey, you're streaming again. I said, oh, perfect. I went to go pull up the stream and, you know, greet everybody. We weren't streaming on YouTube, but we were streaming on Streamlabs. So then I had to end the stream again, and then I had to start it again. And God, man, shit is just going horribly. We may just have to speed run this podcast. Honestly, do you guys have anything else you want to say about Jujutsu Kaisen? Are we ready to move
Just
on?
one thing.
Holy fuck.
I just
okay.
have one thing I need to say.
All right.
Takaba's in the final panel.
Yes.
No.
Fucking goat.
Yes, he is, and we're moving on. All right, Chainsaw Man 118. We need to go before this shit crashes again. I'm getting sick of this shit, man. I don't want as many parts as AOT. All right, how we feel about Chainsaw Man? How we feeling about Chainsaw Man?
It's a good chapter.
It's a spinal cord
It's a
sword.
good chapter.
Yes, this is very good. I love Attack on Titan and Chainsaw Man and everything in between. No, Chainsaw Man is Chainsaw Man was really good this week. As per usual. But it was nice to get some insight on why it just didn't work. I still think my little theory of them seeing each other as equals will pay off at some point, even if it didn't really pay off this chapter. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. God damn it.
I just love how fucking dumb Denji is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's my MC.
Well,
So he's
it's
the
one of
goat.
those things. It's perfect because it shows, and he's stupid, the stupidest man alive. And then
hell.
it cuts to Asta, and she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he still doesn't like me." And it's like, after you embarrassed yourself, yeah, I can't believe it either, bitch.
Well, here's the thing, because
then-
like
Go figure.
Asa is just like, oh my god, he still doesn't like me. What the fuck? Asa, he asked for a second date. I think he likes you. No, I can't believe he doesn't like me. Fuck him.
He hates me. No.
And then it cuts to him being like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna watch mummy movies nonstop for like a dozen hours," and it's like, Denji, not everybody's a freak like you. Most people don't want to do that. And then she's like, $20? That sounds expensive. How broke is she?
Bro,
I
it's like,
keep
damn,
fucking
$20.
Okay, she's literally an orphan. Let's be
They're
nice.
they're dumb and dumber, broken. Like,
broken.
The biggest fucking losers, dude. I swear to God.
Oh my god.
They're so
I can't
perfect for each other.
I just know Yoshida's following them around, and he's just like, there's opinions in fucking free fall.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I'm losing brain cells listening to y'all
Bro,
talk.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah.
I
keep
love.
fucking forgetting that this takes place in the 90s because she was like, "Do you
Yeah.
have a VCR at your house?" And I was like, "Huh?" Like, what?
Yeah, VCR. That now it
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
smells
that's
like
90s
bro.
were a thing.
The 90s were cool, bro.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
I'm really loving their interactions between Asta and Denji because
It's so
God, they're
great.
just so dumb. They're both so dumb.
They are so stupid. I love them
I
both.
I love the whole sequence where it's like he doesn't like me, and she's just picturing his face, like she's so into him.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she's like, I hate him. I hate him.
I hate that bitch. God damn him. Yeah, I love that part. Hey, shouts out my man Fujimoto. He's on that peak shit. Love is war. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right, Fujimoto. Love is war. Absolutely. Go ahead and
Well, that was a
spit.
pain in the ass.
Go ahead and spit. You're about to mess with Asa so much more now. Hey, that's how it is, bro. I clicked the link in the stream, died. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah.
We're all frustrated.
Yeah.
Don't worry, bro. It's not just you. But yeah, I'm so excited because next chapter we're finally gonna get the confrontation. Well, between Yoru and Nayuta. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Even if it is just a simple one, like it's just, they look at each other for a bit. I'm excited. I've been waiting to see these two on screen for a while.
I'm really excited.
I really like. Maybe you guys have seen the meme.
Yeah,
where it's like if we have house rules and if you don't follow them, you'll die. And it cuts to Denji like coming home, and then it does like, "Hey Denji, the floor is lava. If you step on it, you die." And he's like, "Really?"
I saw one meme I saw of it on Twitter was when Denji brings Asa home and he's like, "Hello, Nayuta. This is our house guest, Asa." And Nayuta just looks up. She looks at Asa. She's like, "What tastes better, crayons or glue?" And Asa's like, "What?" Like she's like, "What? That makes no sense." And Denji's like, "Hey, shh. Answer the question." And she's like, I don't know, crayons?" And Nayuta just stares at her. She's like, "I agree," and walks away.
I feel like the rule it's something stupid. Obviously, like this is a joke. It's not gonna be actually.
Well, I don't think we can entirely count it out because, like, we have to remember she is a reincarnation of the Control Devil.
He is a devil. Like that's just the thing.
She's a silly little
it
fella.
very really could be something lethal if we're not careful.
Yeah,
because we don't know the full extent of her powers now that she's reincarnated.
She's just a silly little gal.
Why is fake Sawman following them around?
That he's so weird. He's interesting now.
Like, what is he doing?
Asa from Olympus World.
Actually, he recognized Yoru's power or something.
Yeah.
Like, he seems to recognize it last chapter. So it's like,
yeah, he's following her. He's like, "Did she just say die?"
Oh, shit! I didn't even think about Yoru. Like, I mean, how is she gonna react seeing her sister again?
yeah,
Yeah, and probably given her reaction to her other sister, probably more.
I mean,
here you are.
When he recognized her, she's just like, yeah, she's crazy. Just stay away from her.
That bitch off bath salts. Don't go around
Quick,
her.
turn the child into a weapon. You can do it.
You're
so
a
far,
child.
like,
Go.
Yoru is just the most normal of the horsemen.
Yeah, right. Which is crazy.
Which says a lot.
Yeah, it says an awful lot. Yeah. Shouts out. That's my legend right there. But yeah, I'm excited for the two of them to meet. It should be really fun. I just want the crayon versus glue canon question to be canon, please. That's all I want from next chapter. We're on break, which sucks a little bit.
Hey.
But hey, we'll be looking forward to it next week. It'll be really fun. We're gonna talk about it, and the podcast will split up into 47 parts. It'll be lit.
Make sure you catch it.
Yeah, make sure you watch all of them. So is there anything
we're gonna have a comprehensive viewing guide. It's like Gundam, okay? You can't watch it in the order. You can't watch it in the order it was released.
Despite what the title will say, we'll just jump around.
Yeah. Such as life.
Don't worry, if you watch all of the parts, you can piece it all together. Like,
you have to watch part 1 last. That's it's the prequel. You gotta watch afterward.
God damn it. What if Kishibe set up the rules? I don't think so. I mean, it would be interesting. We don't know where Kishibe is, but I feel like it's
Oh.
just better for.
That's another
Going
really.
back.
That was another really good one, which is it's the Idris Elba Hot Ones thing where he's like coughing up.
No,
Yeah.
what the
and
fuck?
everything. It's like,
I think
yeah, and it's Asta after she eats the leftover steak and then she's
Denji's fridge.
No!
What
What the fuck? Damn.
Oh my god.
This shit tastes like turbulence. Oh my
This shit
God,
tastes
dude.
like my sister.
Oh my. But yes, very, very good chapter. I am looking forward to the next one. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You guys ready to move on to the next one? I am, because I don't want the
Black
stream
Clover.
to fucking crash.
All right, let's do it.
Ending out with a bang? Question mark.
No.
It's
No.
I am mostly positive.
You should end it with a-
Positive? I just think
You
this
should end it with
chapter
a
is.
bung. What do you mean?
I think this chapter is just
Mixed.
is very simple. I don't like dislike this chapter at all or anything. I thought this chapter was good. There's just not a whole lot
Okay.
to talk about.
So I think I feel probably the strongest about this then.
Go ahead,
I straight up
Cook.
don't like this chapter.
Ooh, go
Uh,
ahead, Cook King.
So I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about this chapter. What I don't like about the chapter isn't what I've seen people talking about. Because I've seen people saying like, oh, Asta says he's not talented, but he is talented because of X, Y, and Z reasons. I don't agree with that. I actually do agree with Asta that he's not talented, that he's had to work extremely hard to get where he is. I think that's all fine, and I like that.
Mhm.
My problem with this chapter is the big fucking revelation he came to after doubting himself, after his biggest loss, his biggest failure, and like doubting himself and going through this like little mini arc, and then the big revelation he has is just I need to get stronger. And it's the best comparison I have for it is, so to let the viewers know, a lot of people in our server, in our friend group, really enjoy Souls games like Dark Souls, Sekiro, etc.
True.
And we have this like running gag that's never been funny. Keep in mind, it's never once been funny.
I disagree. It was funny when it was on you.
But so we watch each other like play the games a lot, and we like talk about the games a lot, and we always do this. One of us will always say it without fail, where we'll be like, oh, like you're having trouble with this boss, like see, the problem is like you keep dying, like you should try to not do that. like see, whenever he does that attack and you get hit, like that's your problem, you should just not get hit.
You should die.
Asa's big revelation, the big character defining moment that he gets in this chapter is, man, I should get stronger. And it's like,
Yep.
okay, I guess. I mean, like, if that's what you feel, like, I guess, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. It's the equivalent of a fucking wet fart. Like, it just, I do not like it at all.
Damn. Yeah. I don't mind it too much myself because, like, I always viewed it was going to come back to, like, to me, that was the only logical answer. And just because it's the only logical answer doesn't mean it's automatically good. So I know where you're coming from. But
I
just
would like
thought
to.
it was fine.
I would like to say actually.
Go ahead, Cook.
Personally, I have problems with the chapter. That's not one of them.
Oh, okay, Cook.
I
different kinds of
personally,
haters.
I'm a big fan of taking a complicated problem, like an existential or just like personal or emotional problem, any of that shit, and breaking it down to a simple solution. I think that's like just a change of attitude solving the problem is something I'm actually like a big
Blue
fan
Lock
of.
is
Here
so
it's like
good with that, by the way. I'm sorry, continue.
Bro, prison school, I'm telling you.
Let's
I
go.
think it's like yeah, I'm doubting myself. Well, my issue is I'm doubting myself. I need to stop fucking doing that and just get it done. Like that's like that. It's easy to make fun of that, but that's actually like a good real life attitude. Is I'm getting in my own way. I should stop fucking doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I think in this case it is a little underwhelming because I feel like there is more that could be said about Asta's issues. Because he did get really fucked up. I honestly think the issue is just needs more time. I don't feel like we've spent enough time with this arc. honestly. So
The
I'm
problem is that Tabata was like, all right. He set up this like, all right, yeah, it's gonna take some time to get over this. What was it, like 3 days?
So
Well,
I mean,
I
that's my
think,
issue. I
honestly-
feel like it could have gone deeper into his doubts and like anxieties and just insecurities when. So for that moment where he just stops doubting himself and he has that resolve, I think it would be a lot more impactful. And that's always been my issue with Black Clover, is it has moments that I think would be impactful if there was more time. I think a big example of this is just the backstories. I think like the Lisita backstory, for example, with his mom would be really good if it was literally one more chapter. Because it's like I was expected to care about her in that chapter, and that's it. Like that's always been my issue with Black Clover.
Well, it's the context too that makes me dislike it even more, because it's like, I'll admit, I don't particularly hate simple solutions to complicated problems, but in this one case, we are 348 chapters into the story. We are in the final saga. Asta just lost like one of his biggest, most devastating losses he's ever had in the entire series. He found out that the person he's looked up to since the start betrayed him and is actually a villain. He failed to protect Sister Lily, the woman he loved, one of his, like, the people he's closest to. And he just constantly gets his ass kicked. Like, he keeps losing to Ichika, and he keeps realizing, like, fuck, dude, I can't do this. Like, he's struggling, he's stressed out. And his fucking idea is just not do that.
I can see that.
His solution is just like, hey, no, it's okay.
I think this might be a first for me, but I'm actually about to cape for Black Clover. I like that. And the reason why I like that is just because throughout this whole arc, Asta has been making minuscule progress. Like, he has been making progress, but it's been like very small in comparison to other arcs where he learns something, he's like, okay, all right, I think I got this, and then it's a setback. Then he learns something, and then it's another setback, and he learns something, setback, and it gets to a point where he's just like, fuck, dude, like, I keep thinking, like, I get these things down, but no matter how good I am, there's always just something in my way. And I think I'm good. I think I have the solution, and then something pops up, and there's just so much going on right now. What's going on to the people back at home? Like, damn, man. Like, I don't know if I can do this. And since, like, we've been building up to this since we've had this time skip with Lucius fucking dog walking him and sending him packing, and just slowly over time, Asta growing but still doubting himself, and it gets to this point where Asta makes his biggest leap yet, when he's sitting back and he's just like, there's all this stuff that's going on right now, but I don't have time to focus on that. I don't have time to focus on the things that I couldn't do. I have to focus on the things that I can do right now. And I actually really like that. Granted, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this to like try to disprove you or anything, because I totally understand where you're coming from, bruv. But I actually like it. I dig it. It's cool.
Okay.
There.
Well, I guess, okay.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We just disagree. It's just, I just would have liked to seen something more substantial, I guess.
This
I mean,
is
I can
kind
definitely
of
understand that. I mean, personally, I wasn't as bothered by this chapter. Like, I mean, I would say my vision on this chapter was generally positive, though definitely not as strong a feeling. But I do see where you're coming from with it. Like,
Don't you think that's the problem, though? That it's like, we all kind of feel met on this chapter, and it's supposed to be like this big triumphant moment for Asta, where he like overcomes his grief and his regret. And it's just like, yeah, that's okay.
The thing is that this is the Black Clover special. Like, this is the 3 to 5 p.m. Black Clover House special.
Oh fuck!
So, something terrible, awful happens to Asta, and how does he get over it? He does. It's always been that way. When he doesn't,
I guess that's another thing.
It's like the first chapter. That's what happens. He doesn't get the grimoire, then he's just like, "Well, I'm not gonna give up," and then he gets the grimoire. He gets his arms broken forever. And he's like, well, why would that make me give up? And it's like, well...
But again, that goes back to what I like about it. It's just
it
like,
is. I think that's the thing. It's charming.
Like his
However,
magic being like him not giving up. It's not just some corny shit he says. Like it's
Yeah.
what it applies to him for real.
Because that's like how you feel about that is like very indicative of how one feels about Black Clover overall. And like I liked that stuff at the beginning. However, this is chapter 348. And I feel like the fact that that's still the solution is indicative of the series' kind of lack of improvement.
Really?
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like I don't think Black Clover has
improvement, but just evolution. It's not building on those ideas.
Yeah. That's lack of improvement.
Okay.
True.
All right. Okay.
It's like art's gotten better and stuff like that, and obviously, the plot is more complicated. But yeah, it just hasn't really. If you compare it to something like Naruto, it's like comparing a character like Asta to Naruto. On a surface level, it's like, believe it. It feels like it makes sense, but Naruto changed so much throughout the series.
Yeah.
And like this feels like it should have been like a big turning point for Asta, but it's not.
Well, I think if we're gonna compare Asta to some other like shonen protagonist, I think a much better comparison would be Luffy, because it's not like they are written they're the same type of protagonist. You have the type of protagonist that like changes and evolves over time, and most protagonists do that. That's not to say Luffy is without that and Asta is without that at all either. But then you have others that are more focused on the character they are being tested and remaining resolute.
Yeah.
Those are like just the two main styles you'll see with protagonists. I think most can be
I
placed.
agree. Yeah, simple and
blocks.
Complex, or I guess dynamic, or however the fuck it's.
Yeah,
like
it's
the actual
generally
term
it's dynamic is how it's described, and it's like Asta and Luffy both have their ideas. It's the never give up, or like Luffy's whole attitude with just who he is. They are both like tested a lot for who they are and whether they can remain resolute in that. I do think Luffy is just handled way better in that because there is still tangible evolution with that.
Yeah, like Luffy, even on that one, like he's still learning stuff. Whereas Asta, like he'll learn stuff, but it's not like it's mainly just like, oh, now I have a new sword style, or oh, now I have a new like fighting technique or something like that. Whereas Luffy, it's more so like learning how to be a captain and things like that. So yeah, I can see where you're coming from on that. I feel like that's a much more apt comparison. Yeah.
Well, even Luffy, when Luffy like suffered his greatest defeats back to back during the Marineford saga, like his solution was pretty much just like, yeah, I need to, get over it and believe in myself. But he still paused his journey for 2 full years to train and get stronger.
Well, that's I feel like that's kind of unfair. Asta literally does not have time to do that, though. I think that's unfair.
Yeah, but that's because it was written that way.
Yeah, but that's because
I'm not mad at
here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? Would you want another issue where we just come back from a time skip and then Lucius immediately does his plan and is like, all right, I'll wait 2 months or something?
Luffy had an entire backstory. Luffy, after Marineford, there was like 15 chapters just dedicated to Luffy. Pretty much. Just his entire character.
Okay.
That's not what Asta got.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were saying like Lucius like sends Asta back and he's just like, all right, I'll wait 2 more years and we get a time skip or something. I was about to say, God damn.
I'm just saying time skip part 2.
Okay, that's more
the
fair.
Main character's journey and attitude is clearly just handled differently.
Okay, yeah. I can agree.
So
with that.
Lucius could have said like a week. I don't think anybody would have been like, well, that feels.
That's all he has. Yeah, I think he has a week.
It is a week.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like, okay, then that's better. Yeah, I remember it being 3 days.
No, 3 days would be crazy.
Oh, yeah,
3 days
it'd
would
be
be
wild.
crazy.
It could
Yeah,
have been 2 weeks,
for sure.
but that's
Yeah,
redundant. Yeah.
understandable. Yeah, I just overall I dig it. Just for what it is. Totally understand where you guys are coming from though, especially with the comparisons to Luffy and stuff like that. Overall, I lean back to what Taka was saying though about it being this big emotional moment for Asta, and just we all think it's fine. I will say that is a negative that I have, or that is like at least a valid criticism. Not saying all the other ones are invalid, but just saying like I think that's, if I had to point any criticism at this chapter myself, it was just the fact that it was fine. Like it was more typical Asta, which is something that I do enjoy, but it was just, I guess it's more so what I'm used to from him instead of the evolution that we were talking about just now. So I can understand that for sure.
And that's another thing, because it's like, I mean, I can't see the future. I don't know what Tabata has planned, like what he's cooking, but
Yeah.
most likely this is just his big last character moment. Like from now on, it's probably just gonna be like final battle. Like he's probably just gonna go fight. Like, I don't think he's gonna lose anymore or like go through any dilemmas. He's probably just gonna show up and fight and they'll win and that's it. Obviously, I'm simplifying it a lot more. There'll be a lot more character and plot and stuff, but
I don't think that's
it's like,
unfair for Black Clover though, because Black
yeah,
Clover
like
is a much more simple
this
story.
was his big mountain he had to overcome, and he did it.
Yeah.
He did it. He did the Black Clover.
He did the Black Clover, absolutely. But overall, this was fun. I thought this discussion was more fun than I thought it would be. I thought we would all just come up here and say it was fine, and all right, cool, we'll move on. It was nice to have that different range of opinions. That was
The
fun.
actual.
Say what you want about Black
expectation.
Clover. There is stuff to talk about.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing I actually do want to bring up
Go ahead,
before we
Cook.
end things. So in the chapter, he cuts the dude, right, with his Zeton and everything. And it's like Ichigo's like, the enemy's Yoryoku changed, no, reverted, and the other guy whose name I'm not gonna memorize.
Bro, you don't
I
remember
bet
his name?
You?
You
as
can
a
tell
matter of
Sailor
fact.
doesn't either because he said his name and not his name.
What
Yeah,
the
right.
fuck,
Right now,
bro?
he's
I
going
was
through the chat.
I was
Looking
asking
right now in the
I was
He
asking
should
a
not be
question to
named.
Zenith,
Yes.
bro. Why are you bringing me into it?
I bet he only slashed the magic of the paladin or whatever that thing was. So does this mean that he got rid of the soul manipulation?
It looks like it,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Most
How
likely,
do
right?
we feel
We'll
about
probably find out
that?
next chapter.
I figure,
do you
honestly,
I
feel?
have no problem with that because I figured that would be the case anyway.
Of course, that
I'm
was
in the
always gonna
exact
happen.
same boat.
Yeah, that's what it was always gonna be.
I was always
Anti-magic
like,
be anti-maging.
I was
You know?
really hoping it wouldn't be that simple.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how anti-magic works, though, right? I mean, that's how it's always been. Here's the thing, Zenith. We like it. We dislike things for different reasons, but it's the same. It's the same answer. Where it's like, bro, that's literally how it's always been.
Yeah,
Like
I guess.
Asta will never give up. That's his answer to everything. And Asta, anti-magic, always counters the enemy's abilities. That's how it always works.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
That's
yeah.
Black Clover.
To
Thanks
just
for
to
watching.
just follow it up with him,
I
I
hope you
just
enjoyed it.
that was the same thing I was expecting. I was just expecting Asta to learn that because, like, honestly, it just makes the most sense for, I guess, this is gonna sound like slanderous as hell, but I don't mean it in a negative way. It makes the most sense for the type of story Black Clover is, where it's much more simplistic. But yeah, I'm indifferent towards it. It's whatever.
You guys think on page 15 when we get the double page spread? It looks really cool. But you see like
Dude.
the black lightning from the Zeton. You guys think those
I
look like
swear
little
to
black
God,
arms?
If you, I can't believe you thought that too. I
Yeah.
can't believe you. Also
Wait,
thought
what?
that.
My man, those have been there ever since he got his
I've
full
been
Devil
wondering-
Union. So
I think it looks
wondering when
even
to
more
bring it
on
up.
page
14,
on
15.
page 8. If you look on page 8 at the bottom, Asta's standing there and it looks like a bunch of little black
Yeah, but
sperms
little-
are swimming towards him.
All right.
I've been genuinely wondering how I was gonna bring that up without sounding like an idiot. All
Don't
like,
worry,
this entire
Stein, I
time.
got you.
I mean, you still sound like an idiot, but
It sounds like I don't
Nah,
need to hear
it's
that
fine.
from. Oh, I'm sorry. You a biologist? Have you seen semen before, Silver? Hmm?
Whoa.
What a wild conversation.
That's
I
what
will
Black
say
Clover brings
the
out
one
in
thing.
people.
Oh shit! I will say I don't like this. Just one aspect of this double page spread is because Zetten is the way it's paneled. It's paneled like the way you'd normally read a book. Yeah, 10 Zet. I read that. I was like, 10 Zet. What the fuck? Oh, Zetten. Okay. God damn it.
Okay,
they did
good.
the same thing
have
with they did the same thing with Black Flash and Jujutsu Kaisen, where it was Flash Black, and I was like, what is this? What the
Well,
fuck?
I think it's extra bad because the 10, there's like the slash of the anti-magic goes behind it in a straight line that kind of looks like a dash. The way that like you would if you were splitting up the word if it was 10 Z.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, you're spitting. You're spitting.
So I saw it and I was just like, what?
Yeah, I wonder if that's a translation issue. It might just be translation.
The only
Oh,
time
I'm sure.
Like,
I'm
this
sure
work
it's
is like
like
for Luffy's gears, because Luffy's gears are officially just like second gear, but nobody ever calls them that ever.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like all just kanji on like the right side of the page is what it is, and then the like, well, you can't just put like Zet. Or maybe not. I don't know. I haven't seen
Well,
it.
does anyone have any final thoughts, any closing statements, any
Man,
bits of
the-
wisdom?
No, I'm just
I'm good, honestly.
I think I've said everything I need to say.
One last thing. The Paladins have just got no fucking drip, dude. Because Lucian's got the sweater
I think
dress. and this
Sister
dude-
Lily is fine. That's about
Sister
it.
Lily is the best one, but this dude's just got the fucking parachute pants. Like, good lord. And
The
no
other ones,
shirt.
yeah,
Like,
they
how
ain't got
many
no
bears
drip
years?
on him, I will say.
I was
I
looking
like
at the
his
dude.
design. It's
I
cool.
was looking at the dude after he fell down. I was just like, why is his ass so fat?
Why is this? God damn, that nigga got a dumpy on him. Why is that? What is that? Why is that?
Nice.
for
One
real?
thing I will never complain about.
Yeah. Hey, man.
That's what I like to see in my manga.
And hey, the one thing I won't complain about is you listening to this stream. Thank you so much for coming out like
God of
3 different
segues.
times. Thank you so much for coming out like 3 separate times. We appreciate it. Hopefully next week won't be as crazy. And we can just have fun. And hey, if we need to, if it lags out once and we can just manage it to that, that would be lovely. Please, God. I'm not your strongest
it's
soldier.
one of those
but
things where
I
it's
just
really
pray.
unfortunate, the technical difficulties, but we really appreciate you guys coming. And like,
Absolutely.
that's the
Thank
reason
you.
why we want to stream, because we miss like interacting with chat.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes it so much more fun.
Yeah, we gonna push through all the bullshit, man, and we're just happy you're joining us. Let us know down below what your favorite chapter is, because I couldn't see the poll in the last one. That shit just got lost in the shadow realm.
I'm sure it was etc.
Yes.
Blue box.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, blue box sweep.
confidence.
Let us know what your favorite chapter was. Let us know down below, because there are a lot of games out right now. What games are you looking forward to the most? I'm just starting to play games myself again, so I be having fun. That's about it though. Any closing statements you guys want to give to the people before we head out of here?
Don't forget that Sailor is a wonderful human being, who's deserving of all your time and your money.
Yeah, please give me money.
Don't worry,
But
I
if
love
not,
love.
like I said, you can just pay me in your time. It's time well spent, and I appreciate that.
It's also money well spent too. Money is money well spent too.
Money. I will say one last thing. The Sailor Notes video for the latest Jujutsu Kaisen chapter will be up pretty soon. I actually got a head start on it. I went to record it last night. I typed out everything I needed, and then I went to record it, and then I blinked twice. I woke up. It was the next day. I said, "Damn, all right, cool." So I recorded it a little early, and I got started, so it should be up a little earlier than the normal sun. But that's all I gotta say. Are we ready to get on out of here?
Yeah, I actually gotta go.
That's it.
All right, let's get the fuck up out of here. Make sure you go subscribe to
Bye.
Adam's channel, go subscribe to Zena's channel, subscribe to my channel, and enjoy your life. We love you. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night. Bang.